Hello, dear friends. In this video, we will see how to draw the network diagram, finding out the critical path, and also calculation of floats. So we will take one question to solve this. Question number 5. Activities in respect of maintenance of a project is as follows. Activity 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 2 to 5, 3 to 6, 3 to 7, 4 to 7, 5 to 8, 6 to 8, 7 to 9, and 8 to 9. And duration in months 2, 2, 1, 4, 5, 8, 3, 1, 4, 5, 3. Now, first one, draw a network diagram. After you draw the network diagram, find out what is the critical path and also the duration of the project. After we have calculated all the three, then we have to find out the total float, free float, and the independent float. Now, straight away, we will try to solve the sum. So first one is network diagram. So we will write the heading network diagram. Network diagram. How to draw the network diagram, we will see. So the first one is we will draw one circle here and we will write here, this is the start event. And this is one. This is activity, the first one. So this is the start event. Okay. So it is 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and 1 to 4. There are three activities, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and 1 to 4. So I will draw the network diagram here. 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Then I'll write 1 to 3 and 1 to 4. Remember, when you're writing these nodes, these are called nodes. This is 2, 3, and 4. The numbering should be in the forward. Like that means this is 2, 3 cannot come before this. You cannot draw it in this way. This is 1. Say this one is 2 and this is 3. This way of drawing network diagram is wrong because this is 2 and the 3 should be little more forward than 2. So when you draw the network diagram, see that this rule is followed. Okay, so 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and 1 to 4. Now, what is the next activity? 2 to 5. So 2 to 5, when you draw, ensure that this is 4. So 5 should come little more away from 4. It should be little more forward. 2 to 5, and then 3 to 6. I'll write here 3 to 6, 3 to 6, 3 to 7, 3 to 7, then 4 to 7, 4 to 7, 5 to 8, 5 to 8, 6 to 8, 6 to 8, 7 to 9, and 9 is the last. So I'll write here, this is 9 and 8 to 9. And this is the end event. So this is how you draw the network diagram. They have given you 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, then 2 to 5, 3 to 6, 3 to 7, 4 to 7, 5 to 8, 6 to 8, and 8 to 9. So I've drawn the network diagram, right? Now, after this, what you have to do, you copy the duration, what is given here. 1 to 2, the duration is 2 months. Here, 2 months, 1 month, and so on. This duration, you have to write it here. So I'll write here, this is 2 months, duration 2 months. This is 2, this is 1, this is 4, this is 1, this is 5, 3, 7 is 8, 4, 7 is 3, 6, 8 is 4, 7, 9 is 5, 8, 9 is 3. So what did I do? I drew the network diagram and I have incorporated the duration on the activity. Okay. Now, uh, at the start, you write here E values, write L values and S. At every node, you write E, L and S. At every node, you write E values, L values and S values. Okay, so I've written E. Now I have to find out what is the E value, L value, and the S value. That's called slack. So how do we find out? First one, always remember at the start, E it should be taken as 0. So that means we start today. I'm starting the project. So the starting time will be taken as 0. So it will take 2 months to complete this particular activity. That is 1, 2 is one activity. It will take 2 months to complete it. And there's only one arrowhead entering this particular node. That is 2. See node 2, there's only one arrowhead entering. So 0 plus 2 is 2. Okay. Similarly, there's only one arrowhead entering this 3. So 0 plus 2 here also it is 2. There's only one arrowhead entering node 4. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Now again, there's only one no, arrowhead entering this node 5. Therefore, 2 plus 4 is 6. So E value is 6. Now, there are only there's only one arrowhead entering node 6. So 2 plus 5 is 7. Okay. Now, when I see this 7, node 7, please see there are two arrowheads entering this node. So you must add 2 plus 8 is equal to 10 and 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. So you have to remember for E value, you take the maximum value. So 2 plus 8 is 10. 1 plus 3 is 4. The one which is the higher of the two will be taken. So it is 10. Now here, when you are taking this 8, there are two nodes, two arrowheads entering this particular node. That is from 6, one arrowhead, and from 7, one arrowhead. From 6, one arrowhead, and from 5, one arrowhead. So 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. And you have to take the one which is higher. The higher one is 11. So again, when you see this node 9, there are two arrowheads entering. So it could be 10 plus 5, that is 15, or 11 plus 3, which is 14. The higher of the two will be taken. So this is 15. So I have calculated E values at every node. Now, this is known as the forward pass because you're moving from node 1 to node 9. So this is known as forward pass. Now, the second one is you will be going backwards. You're going backward. This is known as this is forward and this is backward pass. So what you do is this is L. L will be taken as 15. So at the end event, E and L should be the same. Therefore, I will write here whatever the E value, the same E value will be written, will be taken for L as well. Okay, so L is equal to 15. Now, there's only one arrowhead coming from 8. There's only one arrowhead coming from 8. So 15 minus 3. What is 15 minus 3? 15 minus 3 is 12. So L value is 12. 15 minus 3, 12. Now see at this 7. There's only one arrowhead coming from 7. So 15 minus 5, it is 10. 15 minus 5, it is 10. Now you see here, this is L is 12. So 12 minus 1, because from 5, there's only one arrowhead coming. So 12 minus 1, 12 minus 1 is 11. Now here also there's only one arrowhead coming. So 12 minus 4, 12 minus 4 is 8. Okay, now you have to be very careful when you do for 3. See, from 6, there's one, from 3, there are two arrowheads going out. Therefore, 8 minus 5 is 3 and 10 minus 8 is 2. So remember, for L value, you take the one which is lower. So in E value, you take the one which is higher. L value, you take the one which is lower. So 10 minus 8 is 2. And here 8 minus 5 is 3. So the lower of that is 2. So you write here 2. Okay. Now coming to node 4. How do you do? This is 10 minus 3. 10 minus 3 is 7. Because there's only one arrowhead coming from 4. So 10 minus 3 is 4. Now here, when you come to this 2, 11 minus 4. 11 minus 4 is 7. There's only one arrowhead coming. So right here 7. Okay. Now here from 1, there are 3 arrowheads going out. So you have to see 7 minus 2. What is 7 minus 2? It's 5. 2 minus 2, it is 0. And 7 minus 1 is 6. So the least value is 0. So you will write here 0. So here it is 0. Here L value is 7, here 11, and here 12, and here 15. So we have calculated E values and L values at all the nodes. And now you have to find out what is the slack. What is slack? S is equal to L minus E. So L minus E. So L minus E, whatever the difference, that is called the slack. So it is 0 minus 0 is 0. 7 minus 2 is 5. 2 minus 2 is 0. 7 minus 1 is 6. 8 minus 7 is 1. 11 minus 6 is 5. Um, 12 minus this is 1. And 10 minus 10 is 0. And 15 minus 15 is 0. So I have calculated the E values, L values, and S values on the network diagram. Now I have to find out the various parts on the network. So I'll write here various parts on the network diagram. Various parts on the network diagram. Now, what are the various parts? From 1, I can go to 2, then 5, then 8, and then 9. This is one route. From 1, I go to 2, then 5, then 8, and then come to 9. The other route is 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 9. This is another route. 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 8, and 8 to 9. Next one is, it could be 1 to 3, 3 to 7, and 7 to 9. 1 to 3, 3 to 7, 7 to 9. The next one is 1 to 4, 4 to 7, 7 to 9. So there are 4 routes on this network, or 4 parts on this network diagram. Now, how do I find out the duration? So duration, what you have to do now, 1 to 2, the duration is 2. So I'll write here 2. 2 to 5, duration is 4. Right here 2 plus 5 to 8, it is 1. And 8 to 9, it is 3. So add it up. 4 plus 4 plus 8 is 10 months. 10 months is the duration on this particular part. Now the second part, 1 to 3, 2 months. 3 to 5, 6, 5 months. 6 to 8, 4 months, and 8 to 9, 3 months. So how do you get 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 14 months? The next one, 1 to 3, 2 months, 3 to 7, 8 months, 7 to 9, 5 months. So what do you get? 15 months. And the last one, 1 plus 3 plus 5, 9 months. So if you want to find out what is the critical path is the longest path on the network diagram. So the one which takes the maximum time. So maximum time is this. This is the critical path because it takes the maximum time. This is critical path. Okay, so the critical path activity on the network diagram, we will identify it by drawing double line. So 1 to 3, 3 to 7, and 7 to 9. So this will indicate that this is the critical activity. So critical activity, whatever the start time, that particular time you have to start the activity. If you do not start at that particular time, then you will not be able to complete the project within the deadline. So here 15 months you will be able to complete the project. Do you understand? 15 months. So if at all you delay any activity on the critical path, then you will not be able to meet this deadline. Okay, so I'll write here critical path is 1 to 3, 7, 7 to 9. What is the project duration? Project duration, project duration is equal to 15 months. So we have answered. We have drawn the network diagram. We found out the critical path and also the duration of the project. Now we have to calculate all the floats, that is total float, free float, and the independent float. How do we calculate it? We will prepare one table. So please see this. This is called the network table. Network table. So first one, what I do is I copy the activity, whatever is given in the question. So activity 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 2 to 5, whatever is given, and the duration, I have copied it. So after you have copied this, okay, then what we will do is we will be filling up this particular table. So what is EST? EST means early start time, and LST means late start time. EFT means early finish time. LFT means late finish time. So first thing is after you have copied the activity and the duration from the question. So in the question, they have given you the activity and they have given you the duration. So I've just copy pasted in this particular table. That is in the network table, I've copied it. Now, what is early start time? So early start time, how do you fill this? You see the first activity. The first activity is 1 to 2. So 1 to 2, what this is the activity. Early start time, E, is the value which is here. This is E value, early start time. And late start time, early start time, and late finish time. Late finish time is 7 here. So you have to fill in for each activity here, whatever. See, where for an activity, I'll just write it here to make you understand. See, this is the first activity 1, 2. I'm just copying this 1, 2, and I know the E value is 0, L value is 0, and the slack is 0. And here E value, L value, and S value. What is E value? E value is 2, L value is 7, and S value is 5. Okay, so when you are writing it here, when you're writing it here, what is early start time? Early start time, you see the tail event. This is known as the tail event. And this is known as the head event. For every activity, the start one is the tail event, and this is the head event. So you see what is the E value of the tail event. E value is 0. E value is 0. And LFT, you also simultaneously, LFT is the head event L value. What is the L value? Late finish. So that is 7. So you fill for each activity. So activity 1, 2, you from the tail event, you take the E value. From the head event, you take the L value. That's how you fill it up here. And you also, if you want, you can also fill in simultaneously the head event slack. Head event slack is 5 because 5 is the head event slack, and tail event slack is 0. So you can fill this from each activity. Look at the network diagram and fill this. Now coming to the second one. Second one is what? 1 to 3. 1 to 3 will be 0 and 2. So I'll write here 0 and this is 2. And what is the head event slack and tail event slack? This is 0, 0, 0. 0 and 0. Head event slack is 0. Tail event slack is also 0. Now coming to the next one. Activity 1, 4. 1, 4. This is 1. This is 4. E value is 0. L value is 7. So 0 and 7. What is head event slack? 0. Tail event slack is 6. 0. Head event slack is 6. Tail event slack is 0. Head event slack is 6. Tail event slack is 0. Now coming to the next one, 2, 5. See 2, 5. E value is 2. L value is 11. E value is 2. L value is 11. And what is the head event slack? Head event slack is 5. And tail event slack is what? Tail event slack is also 5. Come to 3, 6. Activity 3, 6. 3 and 6. E value is 2. L value is 8. 2 and 8. 2 and 8. Head event slack. Head event slack. This is activity 3, 6. Head event slack is 1, 1, 0. Coming to 3, 7. 3, 7. It is 2 and 10. 2, 10. Head event slack. Head event slack is 0. Tail event slack is also 0. Next, what is 4, 7? 4, 7. It is 1 and 10. 1, 10. And then slack is head event slack 0, 0, 6. 0, 6. Next, 5, 8. 5, 8 is 6 and 12. 6 and 12. 6, 12. And what are the head event slacks? This is 5, 8. 5, 8. 6 and 12. 1 and 5. 1 and 5. Next, 6 and 8. 6, 8 is 7, 12. 7, 12. What is the head event slack? Head event slack is 7, 6, and 6, 8. It is 1 and 1. Next, 7, 9. 7, 9. It is 10 and 15. 10, 15. Head event slack is 0, 0, 0, 0. And then comes 8, 9. 8, 9, what is the head event slack? 8, 9, E value is 11, L value is 15. 11, 15. Head event slack is 0, 0, 1, 0, and 1. So after you have filled in this table, so EST, early start time, and late finish time. So what you have to do is, now early start time is 0. You start your activity at 0th time. Duration is 2 months. So early start, you are starting at this time. So early finish will be, how do you find this? It will be 0 plus the duration. So how do I get this table? This value is EST plus the duration. Early start time plus the duration. So you do that for all. So I found out what is EFT, early finish time. Now, what is the late start time? Late start time, how do you compute? It will be late finish time minus the duration. So this is the late finish. From this, if you minus the duration, you can see what is the late start. So late start will be LFT minus the duration. LFT minus the duration will give you LST. So we have computed EST, LST, EFT, LFT. Now, what is the total float? Total float will be equal to LST minus EST. So it could be LST minus EST. Late start minus early start, or it could be late finish time minus early finish time. So it could be column 4 minus column 3 or column 6 minus column 5. Both will give you the same result. So I'm doing this 7 minus 2. So you can find out what is the total float. Total float is 5, 0, 6, 5, 1, 0, 6, 5, 1, 0, 1. Now, what does this total float means? You know this activity 1, 2. So this activity 1, 2, even if you delay it by 5 months, you will be able to complete the project in time. That is 15 months. You will be able to complete the entire project within 15 months. But see, wherever you have 0, see here, the total float here is 0. So that means this particular activity is very critical. You cannot delay this particular activity. Similarly, here also 0. That means you cannot delay this particular activity. Here, this also you cannot delay it. That means wherever there is 0, you put this in box. So this will also indicate that these activities are critical. So here also you can put it in box, this particular activity, and 3, 7, this activity, and this. These are critical activities. So we have already identified with the network diagram which are the critical activities. So it's 1 to 3, 3 to 7, 7 to 9. So if you want to cross check, see the critical activity 1 to 3, 3 to 7, 7 to 9. Okay, these are the critical activities. For critical activities, there is you cannot delay the particular activity. So whatever is the start time, you have to start it. If you delay it, you will not be able to complete the project within the deadline. Okay, now how do we calculate the free float? So free float will be equal to. So how do we calculate the free float? You take the total float minus the head event slack. The total float minus the head event slack. You have already calculated, found out what is the head event slack. So it is head event slack. So how do we do that? It is the total float minus the head event slack. We have written it here. You minus it. So in case you get a negative value, that negative value will be restricted to 0. You should, if at all there is any negative values, you should not write here negative. You have to take it as 0. Similarly, what is independent float? How do you find out the independent float? Independent float will be the free float minus the tail event slack. Tail event slack is 0. So you do this. You will, so here you have 0 minus, here also minus, here also minus. So the minus will be restricted to 0. Wherever there's minus, you have to restrict it to 0. Okay, so this is how you compute the total float, free float, and independent float. I hope you have understood how to draw the network diagram, identify the various parts on the network diagram, identifying the critical path and the project duration, and preparing the network table where, and also calculating the total float, free float, and the independent float. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day. God bless.